Hello, welcome in and welcome back to another episode of Wellness Wednesdays. I'm your hostess this afternoon. This is Christy Gammon, your Doterra wellness advocate. And maybe you can tell in my voice that I'm not feeling the most well today. And so I wanted to, just in a timely manner, bring you some of my very favorite tips for immune health. And because this video is for public consumption and I adhere strictly to the rules and guidelines of our FDA, we are not permitted as doTERRA wellness advocates to link natural medicines or natural solutions to named illnesses or ailments. Then we start to enter into the area of making medical claims. And because I'm not a doctor, I would be way out of line making medical claims. And so I don't participate in that, and I speak compliantly. So if you have any questions about what I'm saying means in real life, you can always connect with me afterward and I'd be happy to answer any questions. But if you're watching this live or in the neighborhood of early 2022, then you know that there is a number one environmental threat that we're all dealing with right now. So one of the benefits of having natural medicines in your arsenal is that as long as the symptoms are familiar, something's not going on too long, or something that you've never experienced before, then, for those 85 to maybe even 90% of things that we deal with in our everyday life, we can just handle here at home. And I hope that makes you feel so empowered. That's what it does for me. And so there's no need for me to do a test. There's no need for me to know, is what I'm fighting a bacteria or a virus or something with a special specific name? That becomes really irrelevant when you have the quality of tools that we have access to, and you can just get to feeling better right away. So without further ado, I want to jump in and just give you a couple of my favorite go-tos, so that you can pull together from your natural medicine cabinet or realize, oh, I need to place an order for this or that, because some of these are maybe not your go-to oils on a daily basis. But boy, are they handy when you start to come down with some of these just characteristic symptoms. And so maybe it starts with some flu-like symptoms like aches and chills and fever and things like that. It's typically going to rise up either into your sinuses, into your head. That's where mine always goes. Or some people, it goes into the digestive tract. And so I have a little bit of something for everyone. First and foremost, I am in love with doTERRA's brand new On Guard Plus chewables. So this is coming from your candy loving wellness friend here. I think these are like certs. I don't know if you remember the candy. Are they a candy? Are they a breath mint? I'm not sure. To me, pretty much anything can be candy. I have such a sweet tooth. But do you remember those? Little round, I can show you one of these because the shape just nails it. These little kind of round discs, not very thick. And you want to put it in your mouth and suck it for a minute. And then you start to experience these little flavor crystals. And as your moisture soaks into the chewable tablet, then it's much easier to chew. I mean, you can pop it in and crunch it immediately if you want, that's fine. But I like to suck on it for a minute and taste the flavor and then feel those little flavor crystals kind of come from within. And then as you bite, you get these little bursts of On Guard deliciousness. Beyond that, these are so important because they have some different ingredients beyond the On Guard Plus. So you've got your On Guard blend, of those 5 essential oils. Then you've got the plus, that's 3 more essential oils. Then in these little bites of goodness, you also have vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, and beta glucan, all in a bioavailable format. So you want to take these with food and let your body absorb all of that goodness. It will be your number one way to fight whatever you have going on. You can take them for prevention, 1 a day, as often as you like. Or if you're fighting something, if you actively have something going on like I do right now, then you could take 3 a day. Next up, I'm going to do together 2 Veggie Caps. And you're going to want this nice big bottle of Veggie Caps. Doterra is very generous with these. You get 160 in a bottle for $4. So amazing. They last a long, long time, even when you're using them. So we've been using this bottle for quite a while. We don't get sick very often. Greg was pretty sick back in the fall. And so he used quite a few, and I took quite a few for prevention during that time. But we've still got a nice quantity left in here. If you're not familiar with the Veggie Caps, it's just a plain little clear cap so you can see what you're working with. You're going to pull it apart, and this bigger end is what you're going to pour your oils into. You can find little things to hold your caps, to steady them for you, but I've gotten really used to just filling these on the fly. You can balance your bottle of essential oil right over that opening, and the drops will just go right in for you. One, what should I call it? I guess word of wisdom about these is that you need to make them and take them. I know some people keep them in the freezer. I have never tried to do that. I always just make them and take them. The essential oils start to dissolve the Veggie Caps. So you don't want to make a bunch in advance and have them on hand, even just for later in the day. They will just start to break down right away. And so make and take with your Veggie Caps. Have all your stuff ready, like I have here. All my oils and supplies are out in front of me. So just make and take. So the first recipe I want to share with you is for a do-it-yourself ivermectin. And so you're going to do 4 drops of fennel, 4 drops of tangerine, 4 drops of clove in a Veggie Cap. And as I said, you can take that once a day for prevention, up to 3 times a day when you're fighting something actively. Second recipe is your do-it-yourself hydroxychloroquine. This recipe is a little different. We're going to start with lang lang and do 2 drops. And then you're going to follow that with 5 drops each, grapefruit and lemon. Same thing. Put those all into the Veggie Cap. Take it once a day for prevention, up to 3 times a day when you're fighting something. Now, I also like to take just the traditional On Guard Plus soft gels when I'm fighting something. I'll take similarly 1 of these per day for prevention. But when I'm fighting something, I'll typically take 2 of these up to 3 times a day. And it really does just knock out whatever's trying to bring you down. And then, as I mentioned, I want you to have some exit strategies. So once the good guys come in and they start kicking all these bad guys out, they're either going to go out through the head, the sinuses, blowing your nose, coughing, sneezing, all that kind of thing. So Tri-Ease is excellent to reintroduce during that phase. And you can take those a couple times a day as well, 1 or 2 as needed. See what you need to manage your symptoms, kind of use your own instinct. You can always start with a little bit and increase if you feel like you need some more support. So maybe 1 to 2 times a day, think, wow, I really need more, up it to 2 pills 3 times a day. And you can always consult with a wellness advocate if you need help with a specific dosing for you. So it's going to be different depending on your age and your symptoms and all that. If you experience scratchy sore throat, tea tree is your best friend. I just striped that right on the throat. I'm a big baby when it comes to having a sore throat. So I like to do the topical, and then I will also do a gargle. You can do that with just regular water and a couple drops each, just a tiny bit of water in a shot glass so that you really get the effect of the oil, tea tree and On Guard, and just gargle that for a moment, and it's wonderful. And then if you have some issues going down into the digestive tract, I'll refer you back to last week's Wellness Wednesday episode when we talked all about digestive health and unbagged the very first bag of our digestive wellness program. All of those solutions would be helpful to you. My favorite in the moment is Tamer. I just love to rub that on the tummy, and I get instant soothing relief and support for any tummy issues. Now, after you've recovered from all this business, maybe you have some telltale signs that you did just experience that number one environmental threat that's going around right now. So there are 2 common after effects that I've heard about. One is a loss of your sense of smell. And so thank goodness, in addition to being this amazing natural medicine resource, yes, we also do aromatherapy here. So we have something for you. You want to restore your sense of smell. So you're going to do some olfactory training, and you're going to take 4 oils. These are rose, lemon, clove, and eucalyptus, each with their own distinct scent. And I want you to hold each one of them about 20 to 30 seconds each. And I've got my lemon right here, so I'm just going to demonstrate with that. And you're going to take just really short burst, like sniffs out of the bottle. And you want to do this first thing in the morning and the last thing at night. And you want to think about lemons while you're smelling the lemon, and just really short little inhales. Amazing. And so then after you actually start with the rose, and then you go to lemon, and then you go to clove, and then you go to eucalyptus. And I've heard this only takes about 2 weeks to bring you right back in. Some people have noticed a difference in a few days. That can always happen, but I would give it at least a couple of weeks to see if it's working for you. I would guess that you would at least notice an improvement that would encourage you to keep going until you're, and it's filled with distilled water. And this is the recipe for that mermaid hairspray. So it's also been called healthy head of hairspray. You're going to do 20 drops each: frankincense, lavender, tea tree, copaiba, peppermint, cedarwood, clary sage, geranium, rosemary, and hinoki if you have it. Hinoki has been an exclusive oil in the past. It's been a product of the month that if you're a member, you have the opportunity to get for free. And so some of us are going to have hinoki. If you have that, by all means, add it. And then you're going to spray this directly close to the scalp. And you can see up here, my hairdresser always gets upset with me because I get these little tiny grays coming out, and she says, stop pulling your hair. I don't pull out hair anymore. At my age, you don't pull out any hair. You're happy to have whatever hair you have. This is new growth. This is new growth. So I'm spraying right in this area. As you can see, it's thinned out right here. And so, but this is new growth coming in, and I'll be really excited when all of this is filled back in for sure. But it's great to see the results coming in already. And you can do this, so spray directly close to the scalp, comb or brush through firmly to stimulate your scalp. And you want to do this in the morning and the evening. And just a note, there's no fractionated coconut oil in here. It's, you're going to put the 20 drops of each of those oils that I mentioned, and then you're going to top with distilled water. And that's all that is. I hope these recipes have been helpful to you. Bless you. I'm praying over your strength and stamina, your immune systems, and your overall health and wellness as we all continue through this season together. Pray for me as well. I hope maybe you've noticed, if you're catching this live or around the time of January 2022, I've just released my first book, and I'd love for you to go out and grab a copy of that for yourself. It's live now on Amazon.com. I've got links in this group and on all my pages on social media. I'm so excited about this work that brings together my love for all the things that are part of my healthy habits in doTERRA, as well as my overall offering through soul healing. So you'll find essential oils and deep breathing, prayer, scripture and poetry, contemplative questions and meditation, and invitations into your foundations of health, spiritual formation practices, and success principles. So I hope the book is a blessing to all those who buy it. And if I could just ask for your continued prayers and support as I make it through this time of just finishing well, finishing this several years long project, coming to fruition, launching it out, birthing it out into the world. It has not been without spiritual and physical attack on me, as you can tell. And so as I continue to rest and recover from all of that, I just covet your prayers and support. I thank you all, and I'm praying for you as well. And I will be back next week. It'll be February 2nd, Groundhog Day, and we'll be launching all doTERRA's new promotions for February and talking again about why we just love our monthly wellness box. So join me for that. And in the meantime, here's to your continued health and wellness. God bless you all.